Hi, my name is Camille, and this is my first Artist Alley vlog. I run a print shop called Close Open Club, and earlier in January I went to Anime Los Angeles to table. It's really exciting for me because ALA was one of the first conventions I ever went to as a kid, so it felt really full circle to be back. I live about 30 to 40 minutes away from Long Beach, so I drove over on day zero to set up my booth. I was really surprised to find how spacious the Artist Alley booths are. They are 6 by 8 and come with dividers, a 6-foot table, 2 chairs, and a trash can. I got this pretty amazing corner booth, and apparently I could have used both sides, but I didn't know that. Seems like the only limitation was to keep it within the booth lines, and there didn't seem to be a height restriction either. I designed my booth with 5 feet of grids, and it seemed to work out fine. After setting up, which took about an hour, I headed home. And when I got home, I designed these cute price tags, printed some extra prints, and called it a night. It's day 1 of Anime Los Angeles, and I have left the house at 8:43 p.m. and it looks like it's gonna take me 44 minutes to get there from here. I feel like I'm leaving a little late, but I didn't sleep very much last night, so I'm a little worried I'm gonna be kind of tired. Because it goes from 10 to 7 p.m. That's so long. But I'm excited because I feel like I'm pretty much set up. I have some fun new attachments to put on, but maybe it won't take that long. For day 1, I got into the line in the front and found out that they were intensely going through every single bag. I didn't really want to go through that, so I got out of line and went around the corner to go through the north dock. They were still checking everyone's bags, but I think they were a little bit more chill about food and water. When I got in, I added the finishing touches to my table, and at 10:30, they actually let everybody in. Here's my booth display. I designed these new mugs featuring my dog Steel, who's attempting to do some latte art, and I fixed up my bead curtain. This con ends at 7 p.m., so it was definitely a barge, but I had a lot of fun, and honestly the day went by pretty quickly. So I packed up, and that's the end of day 1. Good morning. It is day 2 of Anime LA. I knocked the fuck out. Literally got home. That's not true. Even though I was ready to literally not move for the rest of my life, I was very good about making dinner. I made myself jjajangmyeon. My husband was really nice to prep the vegetables first, and then we just mixed it all together when I got home, so it wasn't too hard. But we've been trying to do home cooked meals, as you can see, and it was actually really tasty. Uh-oh, going the wrong way. Thoughts on how yesterday went? I did really well, I thought, for a Thursday. It wasn't record sales, but it was definitely a lot better than I imagined it would be. It got a little cold, and so I made a list of things that I needed to bring for today. One was this fluffy sweater, and a little bag hook for my bag. I'm going to go to Wii Spa with my family after this con. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to make it out there alive because obviously I'm really sleepy. But whatever, we'll see. I'll go home first and check it out. Traffic getting in was a little crazy on Friday, but we made it in. And this time they were a little bit more chill about bad check, so I got in at around 9:30. I took this time to walk around and see if I could find some friends' booths and do some shopping, but hilariously, looks like everyone was doing the same thing. My favorite thing about this con is their intense ribbon culture. There were so many cute ribbons being traded. I designed one Oron Host Club ribbon for this con, but definitely ended up not having enough for all 4 days. I'll just keep that in mind for next year. I ran into some cosplay friends, Jan and Ken, and I met new friends, and we did some art trades. I love how unserious cons are, and like, what do you mean there's a Karl Marx cosplayer wearing fishnets? And with that, day 2 came to a close.
It's day 3 of Anime LA, and I'm running late because I thought I would go grab myself some breakfast at a local cafe, and it was really good, but it took a little bit longer than I expected. But luckily there's no traffic on the freeway, so it'll only take me 30 minutes to get there. Yesterday, after the con, I went to Spa with my family, hung out, had dinner, did the saunas, went to the hot tubs, and then I went home and I printed all of the things I needed to restock, which is insane. I got home after Spa, like around 11 p.m. I just went straight to it. And sometimes I am shocked about like how much energy I still have at the end of the day. But I did get a full night's sleep, so now we're back to sleep deprived.
For day 3, I arrived at 9:30, but the main lot was already full, so I parked across the street and stood in line to check in. Luckily, it only took about 10 minutes to get in, and whenever there's downtime, I sign prints. I only print about 100 of each print, and signing takes forever, so I do that in portions. Then I ran into some cosplay friends, Josh, Lauren, and Davey, Tom Popo, Crystal, Trevor, and Wayne, and honestly, it made me want to cosplay again, seeing everyone in all their cosplays. It was a pretty busy day, so I didn't bring a lunch, and I snuck off, bought a burger, ate it under my table. Honestly, I don't mind doing cons alone, but I never like rushing meals. But day 3 went by really fast, to be honest, and before I knew it, it was 7.
Whew. I don't know what made me think I could get out on time if I woke up at 7 to put on cosplay, but I just thought it would be easy. I didn't expect that I hid my cosplay so well. Today I'm cosplaying Daisy May because it's Sunday. And my turnips are in the back. It's late, 9:17, heading to day 4 of Anime LA. And I'm nervous because last time I couldn't get into the parking structure. But apparently, there's another parking structure across the street from the North Dock. And I guess if I can't get into the main one, I'll go into that one. Yesterday was really good. I did even better than Thursday and Friday. In fact, I sold out of a lot of things. What seems to be really popular is my White Rabbit candy. princess jellyfish, of course, the Ghibli ones. I really thought I would have time to shop. Turns out I don't. I didn't even have time to eat breakfast. It's just bad. Every day I declined in my ability to bring lunch. But whatever. I deserve my tasty little treat after working a 4-day con by myself.
But I parked in the main lot and went off to the races. Honestly, this con was especially fun because I made some friends with my booth mates. We bonded over being Filipino American, and I don't know, I just love them so much. Then my friends Chris, Jennifer, and Michael graced me with their presence, and before I knew it, it was time to pack up. Day 4 only goes till 5 p.m. Thank goodness. I was able to pack up in an hour and walk my luggages out by 6. Bye! There's a lot of things I'm looking for when I watch an Artist Alley vlog, especially if I haven't been to that venue. Things that I keep in mind if I were to table here again would be that I would park across from the North Dock each day. All the parking lots affiliated with the con are $15 a day, and the public lot on the corner is actually $32. There is no exhibitor artist-only entrance, it doesn't seem, except for the bag check at the North Dock entrance, I assume. So if you're coming through the front, you're entering with everyone else. The bag check seemed really thorough from all entrances, but especially at the front. There are restrooms all around, but I liked this one because there always seemed to be no lines and someone was always on top of cleaning it, so it smelled really good. And there was a really amazing water refill station right next to it that I thought was really convenient. Overall, I think ALA went really well. I thought the staff was really kind and friendly, and artists in general always bring a really great energy to a convention, but I felt like this convention was really sweet because of the ribbon culture. Also all the art trades, and I made a lot of new friends. So yeah, even though it has gotten a lot bigger, I feel like it still maintained that small, intimate con vibe that I really love. So I hope I get to see you all again next year. And until the next video, I guess. Bye.